What's up? It's your boy La'RixkieGod, the one and only artist producer, and I'm rocking with Nolazine.
Okay, so we already did an interview a few years ago. Just making music, hey, but you wasn't one. I'm like producer. I'm like fully yet.
Yeah, nah, I was just starting out, but now it's like I got credits and shit. I fuck with a lot of people. When I first started out, I had the credits with Currency and Greatness and shit. But now, like, I've been trying to like branch out and shit. I got a little production group called 808 Cartel that I did like 2-3 mixtapes with. If you know what I'm saying, it's a collective of artists, all different type of genres and all different type of styles. Hustle, Skywolf. Hustle, he a battle rapper. He one of the best battle rappers in New Orleans, if you ask me. Maybe the top 2, you feel me? If not 1. But, he been on URL TV, all these other platforms, been killing shit. My artist Skywolf just moved to Dallas. And he out there branching out and shit too. So we got a tape with like all the music and beats that I did with these guys. So go check that shit out. And I just been branching out on a producer side more, behind the scenes though, not like really putting it out there. I'm a producer. I done did some shit with Currency, Greatness, BG Perico, DJ Drama. The list goes on. And I'm just doing like pre-credits and shit, getting samples, sending samples out, shit like that. But any way you can get in the door,
Okay. Well, hey, but speaking on, of young greatness, of long live young greatness, and tell the world actually, what type of music artist and like what type of person he was, but like for somebody who never got a chance to actually meet him.
All right, Teddy was a welcoming dude, bro. You just had to know him. And as far as the music go, dude had like potential through the roof. Like the shit he did really opened doors for other niggas to really get in. Well, we couldn't get in before, So I really got a different type of respect for dude because when I first started out at the NOLA Hip Hop Awards, I was running the same category with him and a couple of other people who had names and shit. And out of all them people, he stood up there and said my name. Nigga, I was like, the fuck? He was like, man, La'Rixkie, out the 7, y'all be on the lookout for the nigga. And I ain't never forget that shit since, dog. I was in Cali with the nigga, him and Birdman, writing some shit for him right before he passed. And he just was telling me, like, man, don't worry about this industry shit. Just keep doing what you do. Like, somebody gonna see what you doing, and they gonna scoop you up and put you where you need to be. So I just been working, like, keeping my head down, keeping that in mind. Because you don't get guys like that dropping jewels to tell you to keep going often. You feel what I'm saying? So coming from him, I took that and ran with it, like, for real.
Actually, so, actually, I'm working with Currency now. Like, how has that been? Because Currency is like pro independent always.
Yeah, he like one of the number 1 independent artists out here. So working with him and just getting the game from him is just a blessing right there. Cause he been around so much, he did so much. You feel me? So if dude, like he do all the time, mention my names in interviews and shit like that shit just show you like. He wouldn't be saying none of that shit, dog. He wouldn't be putting this energy behind that shit if it wasn't true, So a lot of people starting to see that and like really see when he opened up, like listen to what he got to say. You feel me? Because he doing it. He doing everything every rapper out here want to do, and that's do everything yourself. You feel me? Even though he got the whole Jet Life camp. Shout out to them. He got that shit on his back, dog, and you gotta understand like he done came from other places and did other things that was, where it wasn't him to get where he need to go. And now that he on his own platform, dog, you can't tell him nothing. And I want that for every artist that's really out there trying to do this shit, because that's the goal. It don't matter, if you get a contract or whatever, as long as you're doing this shit and you putting your craft and your all into it and you represent you well, fuck, I commend you.
But see, the problem is getting a contract and signing with these, big labels. They can actually put you on the shelf,
right?
And like you can actually like they have the power to actually make you be heard,
right?
Seen,
or shut you down completely.
Or they can see you to the top and bring you right back down.
Nah, facts.
So like being an independent artist should be like most people go right now.
Right, because you call your own shots, bro. Like you put out when you want to put out. You do what you want to do. Right. As long as you have a plan.
But the problem is most independent artists don't realize how much it costs to be an independent artist.
Right. And that's like, why you gotta have your business.
It depends on how big you want to be. Like most artists, I want to be on the radio, do all this, but it costs $250,000 to $500,000. Like they just started off at $250,000.
Right.
Like to really make your song be hot and push it, like BDS spins and all that, it starts at $250,000 to get it to all the stations. But like the problem is you can have $250,000 and still don't know how to get that $250,000 to the right person
right.
to get it to everybody. Right. Somebody can jack you.
And that be the problem sometimes, bro. People, we deal with people sometimes that like play middleman roles. Even though they might be a manager or they might be like somebody helping, they probably don't know how to go about doing a lot of shits, So you gotta really like be smart about how you spend your bread and where you spend your bread at.
Right.
Cause you fucking around and spend your bread and that's the bread you really had to back you feel me? And you spent it with the wrong person and they ain't giving you the results that you need. So that shit happen often out here.
Well, me personally, if somebody gave me $250,000 to actually, get into all the radio stations,
I'm gonna write your song on my body and walk around.
I'm going straight to Coach K, the person who I heard say it. And so I know how to get, I know how to find him, how to get in touch with him. Hey, bro, I need to do what you said on this interview. Because I'm not about to go to the middleman and learn it.
Yeah, nobody want to deal with the middleman, especially in this industry, because it's unsure. It's unsure. There's a lot of uncertainty. Oh, yeah, facts.
Even with features.
No, yeah. Big time. See that?
Not getting cleared, all kind of things.
And that's the biggest thing. Like, they'll do your feature. If they don't have no real respect for you, bro, they're not gonna clear that bitch.
Yeah, but like a good 90% of the time, they don't have no real respect for you.
That's why I'm saying.
Because you're an upcoming artist, they don't see you with no, and plus they're in their mind like he don't really know how to get the business clear like that.
Exactly. So when you show improve on your own, and then versus like motherfuckers just coming up to you and you looking like you need help, is a difference, dog. Like you get a different type of response. If you go in that bitch begging, you're not gonna get what you need. If you go in that bitch betting and you come with everything you need, man, nobody can tell you no. And that's how it go, bro. Like
you gotta bet on yourself.
Yeah, I ain't about to be out here like depending on you to get what I need done. You feel what I'm saying? When I know I could do it myself.
Gotcha. So tell the world actually tell us what is one like average day like for you?
Well, throughout my whole day I'm working, whether it's 2 a.m. in the morning, 3 o'clock in the evening, I'm always working because I run a business and I run several businesses. And besides me doing my music and shit and producing, that's what really bring the cake in. So I gotta stay focused throughout the whole day. I might miss a lot of shit sometimes and probably be late to a lot of shit, but I'm on schedule. Like I'm on schedule to do what I've been planning to do, like for the longest. And I've always remained relevant out here, even if I didn't put out music. It just always been like a thing with me and my business. Like it just been growing since I created it. And it's really a blessing, dog, because a lot of people don't really get to see what happened when you got your shit together on the business side versus when you like scrambling and running around trying to get some shit done. Like I don't scramble, I don't run around. Like if somebody say no, fuck it, I'm going to the next person. Because I only need one yes, So with my business, I just take that shit and throughout my whole day, and cause my business is basically what you do too, but I do it on the artist side, like marketing, branding. Well, with small businesses out here in New Orleans, like I do marketing, branding, like promotion, all that shit. Minor Art Worldwide, a lot of people, heard that we've been around for like 9-10 years. So, and I started that when I was in college, about to leave college and not knowing what the fuck I wanted to do, but I know I wanted to help other people get where they needed to go and to display their talents as well. So a normal day for me is business and trying to get to the top like every day, like not non-stop, like no bullshit.
So do you have any brand new music coming out, features?
I got a whole lot of brand new music. BG Perico put some shit out on DJ Drama tape that I had put some samples on. So if y'all get a chance, just go check that shit out. I forgot the name of the song, but it's up there. You can go check it out. Just let me know which one you listen to, you heard me, and I can let you know if it's mine or not. But what you say? What was the question?
Like, do you have any brand new music features?
I got a lot of brand new music and features. Like I've been doing music like since the last time we did the interview, dog, I probably got like 4 or 5 albums already done. I just need to pick the songs out and, you know, place them bitches and cover all the rest, you know, do the marketing thing around it. But besides that, man, I'm looking for real ears. Like, I'm not trying to put no music out on deaf ears. I'm not trying to put no shit out to where, like, oh, yeah, that was cool. Because, like, people still riding on my last shit, you know? Like, the shit I put out 2 years ago, Higher Than Before, they still on that shit. And I got a part 2 to that shit coming, too. So they still on that shit. So why would I, you know, it's not broke, so I ain't gonna try to fix it. Like, they still, you know, grasping. Because, you know, every day you'll listen to some new shit that's been old. Like, a couple of songs that's on the radio right now ain't come out because 3 years ago they had to put the work behind the bitch. So that's why I try not to put out a lot of music, because I want my shit to be heard and I want people to grasp what I'm trying to put out there in the universe.
All right. Well, speaking on, you know, like radio, and also with the radio, I'm like actually in New Orleans. Mm-hmm. Do you feel like it's actually still, I'm like, worth it?
No. Because you could tell, you can use the example of Ride 49. Like, everybody been saying this in the city. If you don't have no name and you don't have no shit going for you outside the city, and them people don't hear you making no type of noise when you inside the city, don't worry about it, bro. Because it's a biased industry. Like, trust me, I know this for a fact. I've been around for like 10. Like, consistent. So I know, like, all the radio shit that happened and all the motherfucking radio personnel that's not good to go to and shit, you know?
And so far as your knowledge, how you think I'm like Ride 49 and like actually blew?
Man, being with the right people in the right place, dog.
Right.
It's like, shit like that is when the stars align. When you got your shit together, when you making the music that you want to make, you got confidence in that shit, and on top of that, you got a machine. So if you can't get to a machine or some shit like, you know, that could actually take your shit and force feed motherfuckers.
And the biggest thing that actually helped Ride 49, most people don't know, is the word of mouth that actually got to Sean Cotton to actually get him to like believe in Ride 49.
Nah, that's fire.
And make him, you know, put him in position to actually bless the city. Like, people don't want to give the credit, but Say Cheese is the reason New Orleans is winning right now.
Nah, look, I fuck with
and people don't want to get it because it's like the world has changed now. Like, back in the day, you had to put out CDs and like, but now all you need is blogs.
Right.
If you got like, if you could deal with like a few strong blogs, you can make it.
Right.
And you know, I ain't just saying for Say Cheese. Like, I saw people with like blew up off of smaller blogs, like your girl, I'm like Glorilla. I remember posting her after seeing her on Up a Street Juice, and like, she don't even give him credit, but a lot of people took her thing off his page. Yeah, it went up to like 2 million views, and like other blogs posted, but like people not blowing out. They say blowing up of blogs.
Yeah, blog shares. Because look, blogs take content from each other.
Right.
All the time.
And I always tell people, like, you know, like, if you can't afford all the different blogs, you know,
use a main one.
You could do like a monthly package with me, or like at least pick like 3 blogs around different cities.
Right.
And like, you know, it would just be consistent with your content, and like other blogs will pick you up if they see it doing numbers on that blog.
Yep.
Cause everybody's trying to do numbers and comments.
Yep.
You just gotta make it make sense.
Yeah, man, that shit though is really how you push and handle your shit, bro. Back to what you saying about the Rob shit. Like, he had all the pieces in form. Right. His stars was aligned. Like, nothing could stop that shit from happening even if they wanted to. You feel what I'm saying?
But I'm telling you, like, just me being, I'm like in New York around the same time with Rob when he first started growing up and like going up, like just like the label execs. I remember being in New York with it was like NBA fucking young boy boss Montana, and he was like, man, dude, different like from everybody in New Orleans. He humble. He you know, like a lot of A&Rs we was meeting with, it was like, you know, people from New Orleans got this, had this on like field play attitude. So like the people really don't be going to deal with you.
Right.
Like, everybody don't even be as well respected and like kind of humble as Rob when he go into the meetings. Everybody, man, you gonna do this, or you know how people act down here. And like I think we have to learn business too.
No, that before business, New Orleans people have to learn communication, bro.
Yes.
We have bad communication skills. Like, when I say bad, like, dude get mad at you because you telling him, excuse me, I'm sorry, stepping on your shoes. Nigga look at you like, the fuck? But really, you know, it's just a mistake. And people don't let that grasp down here because we so caught up in the culture and attitude that we have, which is not a problem. It's just the way we is. We just have to learn as a culture to evolve that shit and to really make, you know, make something that people... We already got the culture, bro. Like,
but just what you just said, like, I remember a dude bumped me in the House of Blues. I'm like, damn, bro, my band say, you fucking right, it better be your band.
That's what I'm saying,
I'm like, and the first thing in my mind,
dog, I'm in,
you with buku people.
Bro, I'm in R&B. I'm in R&B night, bro, with my partners. It's nothing but females behind us in the section. You know they got their aisle in the middle of Metro that they blocked off. These niggas hop the thing. It's like 4 of them. One of the niggas, no homo, bro. One of the niggas ass so big he knocking everybody drinks over as he walk. The aisle this big, bro. I turn around and tell dude, excuse me, you got it. His partner, you know, you know he got it. You heard me good, straight. Like, bro, it's not even that serious. It's too much feminine energy in this bitch for you to be like that, bro. That just shows me something else. That gives me something else when people do shit like that, bro. Because it's like, you know, R&B is an understanding genre.
I just look at people like, you know, like now as I got older, I look at like, you know, some people ain't just like a little,
they just don't get
mentally
it,
off.
Yeah, they just don't get
like
it.
Like one time I was walking through Republic on the sideline getting through, and the people like, you know, they let him through. One dude in the front, he ain't going nowhere. I'm going in before him. I looked in his mouth. He had no teeth in his mouth. I said, he ain't got nothing to lose. I ain't about to. You know what, brother? You got it.
And then like
you're not about to trick me.
Then that's what they used to, bro. They used to like soon as somebody tell them something good, they won't snap at you. You feel what I'm saying? Like just to prove a point. Like, bro, it's not even that serious. Like we already know where we at. We already know what niggas do. So, you know, well, what's the cause of it, bro? Like you won't be hard. Like it's cool.
But in my mind, I don't think they can like. In my mind, like this, I always thought everybody in New Orleans is one potential killer. So you ain't scaring nobody from down here.
That's what I'm saying.
So it's like I call this Grand Theft Auto. Everybody
capable.
Like even if you think he not, he might do it.
Broads out here smashing. Yeah, bro.
So I think people need to just stop trying to be hard and just learn communication, like you said.
Exactly, bro. That's all it is, dog. You can get so.
A lot of people got killed over bad communication.
A lot of people bump heads for no reason. You'll just be meeting somebody, and nigga say something in the wrong tone, and you'll take it the wrong way. Mm-hmm. It's like, you know, you gotta listen and really, you know, search for understanding. A lot of people don't have that down here, which is when I come in contact with people like that, I try to stay close and try to keep, you know, that energy and spread that type of love. You hear me? At my event, we not biased, so you can come in that bitch. You can be gay, fat, crippled, crazy. You heard me? Come up there and do your thing. You gonna gain some fans. You feel what I'm saying? It's not about none of that shit. It's about actually understanding what's going on. That's why a lot of other cities eating and doing shit with people that they don't really get along with. But we got understanding that this is the paper that we making in the lane that we in, so we can't fuck that up. Once we get that grasp, dog, it's what Birdman said. We already had the shit.
Like, you know, when I talk to Moosey, like, you just gotta build a full infrastructure, like, you know,
facts.
with the media and everything. Like, you know, a lot of media people still learning these, so
and they don't really know what they're doing.
I didn't actually learned the media full game from the pandemic, going to over 30 different cities, building with different media companies. I didn't even know how to charge people. I was still charging people $20. Mm-hmm. I'm wondering why I ain't going no damn well.
Right.
But like, it was like once I went to traveling, talking to Sean a little bit more, like I learned the game, so I knew what to do. And also, I always knew for starting Nolazine, I can't help nobody build if I'm only promoting New Orleans artists. I gotta bring the world in to New Orleans. Like when people used to get mad, like, man, he don't know what they. I'm like, how can I really build you? Even if I just promoted Louisiana artists all day.
Without an audience.
You're not going nowhere.
It's gonna go in Louisiana.
Then I'm just look like, oh man, he just a Louisiana blow. I'm trying to be global. I'm trying to create something that start to make it like a source.
Right.
Like that's only like I benefit you.
But that's why I started my business, bro. Right. Like I used to go to shows and used to bring niggas money. Like, you know, you perform at the House of Blues for one of these shows that showcases they got. You gotta sell tickets, and I'm coming back with $1,200 worth of tickets, and nobody else ain't selling shit, and I'm still going last at the end of the night. Oh no, that shit not about to happen. I caught on quick because I wanted more out the shit. I just didn't want to be a rapper. I wanted to really grasp the whole shit. So my platform, when it took off, it was one of the biggest platforms to come and rap on and do your thing. Like I done had everybody in the city from Super to you name it. You feel me? And you know Super don't even rap no more. Right. Bricky, all of them. They done all came through my shit to really, you know, show people this is where you come. If you want really advance your shit, man, I done had so many people come through since then, bro. I told you I've been doing this shit for 10 years, so I know what's up. I know what artists bitching about. I know what's the word on the street. You feel what I'm saying? Because my ear to the streets, I'm here. Like I'm involved in this shit. Like there's no way around it. That's why I stood consistent for more than 3 years without putting out music. Because of the business. Like people know that I know what I'm doing and they trust me with their bread to keep this shit rolling and going. And 419, we got an event bringing my homie down here from Taylor Gang, Young Deji. This gonna be his second time coming. I brought him down here around the time Buku tried to blackball me, but it's all good. I love y'all anyway. Yeah, man, we got a show 419. You heard me? At Cafe Instaball from 7 until it's a 420 event, so it's gonna be lit as fuck as usual. Minor worldwide.
So being in the music industry for a while now, tell us what do you enjoy most about it, and what do you actually hate about it?
What I enjoy most about it is like you can meet a lot of people just being yourself and don't have to like try to give too much to people. Like sometimes people gravitate towards you based off your energy, and I always put good energy out. Like I always want to seem like an approachable dude, even though a lot of people be like, nah, dog, you don't even be looking like you're approachable. But I want to be that way so people don't be scared to come up to me, because how you gonna spend your bread with somebody that you scared of? Like you come up to me, come tell me what you need. You hear me? Let me know what services you need, because I can supply it. I can get you where you need to go. You want to fuck with Nolazine? I can link you with that. I'm not scared or biased on putting people on shit. You just got to have your shit together for you to move forward with the shit. Like, I can give you the keys, but you got to look for the bitch that unlocked the door.
Right. And the problem is, too, I'm not going to just blame New Orleans artists, because I've been everywhere and I know there's artists all around the world think like this, but they got to realize that this is a business.
Right.
And once they like move like a business, then they'll realize it's what, because like people think because like if the game has changed over the past 15, 20 years, you used to have to spend a whole lot of money to be a music artist. Like just the videos that cost $10,000 and pressing up shirts and CDs. Now like the game, now you gotta have is a phone and download DistroKid
and all the QR codes.
Yeah, so it's like, but they think the blog's supposed to post them for free, the DJ's supposed to like. Everybody got a service.
Right. Like,
once you learn that, you're going to know that. But the thing is, even if you don't want to pay for the service, you can find ways to, like, help that person, like, bring other people. And the person might... It's
called bargaining and budgeting. Because you got to pay these people. It's no person out here that haven't paid a fucking DJ or a blog to do something. So you got to pay these people to get where you need to go. And for other people to see you. Because... like from your platform, I just started my page, or not by choice, but from a platform, that shit trickled down. Like when you have a big platform and you go on that bitch and you got some nice content, that shit trickled back down. Like you just have to have your shit together. If you don't have it together, bro, nobody ain't gonna keep looking or searching for you. You know what I'm saying?
And I tell them also, like, the game ain't about dropping albums singles and dropping videos. You just gotta drop content. If you your name is the game now is getting your face.
People get signed off.
Your face, your
personality.
Name. Yeah.
Like people getting signed off.
You gotta be people buying to you.
Like for example, the Lil Pump shit. Before he got signed, this nigga was doing outrageous shit. Just wrecking a Porsche, hitting that bitch with a bat type shit. That's what got his fans in tune to what he was doing. He wasn't even dropping music. So
you gotta be people buying to you.
I just go to show like that social media shit and all that shit really play a part that you don't really even have to.
If it's like Soulja Boy. Soulja Boy probably drop a song one every 5 years. But he find ways to stay relevant, to stay on the block.
Exactly, bro.
Like Money Man, I remember Sean told me like Money Man wanted to buy it was just to block his page out with content. He like, nah, I ain't gonna do that. Cause it's gonna water down his brand. But I'm saying in general, like, if you could find ways to, like, create content around without, like, even if you write something on Twitter, like, man, I feel like all the rappers in New Orleans suck and like, pay a blog to post it. It's going to make people figure out who you is and make people comment.
Facts.
So, it's like, you just, like, the game is so easy.
People like
now.
that shit, bro.
Yeah.
People like, especially the internet, like, there are multiple people on the internet looking for confrontation.
They got people on the internet all day for no reason.
Just to fuss with you about some shit that you write about. So, majority of the time, y'all be saying the same shit. So, I get it, like, but it's not worth just going fuss with people from blog to blog. I'm good on that shit. But the main reason a lot of people fail, they don't stay consistent with the blogs. They don't
right.
Like, even if you not giving them content, letting them know what you're doing, because they might be in the area to where they can come pull up on you and check you out. It's shit like that. People just scared to build relationships, like solid structures. Like, I can't fuck with nobody that I haven't really did business with because I'm just in that way. And if I could trust you with my money, that means I could trust you with a lot of other shit. Especially if you doing right by my money. So I feel like when you spending bread with these people and they giving you the energy you want, keep it going. Don't stop or slow up. Just keep the shit flowing because it's gonna help you in the long run, whether you need it or not. Content never dies. You can repost some shit that you've been doing for the longest because everybody haven't seen it.
Right.
That's the thing.
And so like also like you being a music artist,
mm-hmm.
and the transforming like into one like music producer. Do you think if your career takes off as one like music producer, if you'll kind of like fall back from the music because like but I saw that happen with a Young Bird and he turned to hit maker.
Right.
He like I ain't worried about making music no more.
That's because he had a lot of other shit before he got back into doing what he doing, so he had the whole rebranding shit.
Right.
Which is not a bad idea. Everybody need to, re-spark themselves sometime in some type of form. But I feel like if the producer side take off further, I would never stop doing the artistry side because like Young Bird, I can give and write these. I got songs that I could sell motherfuckers right now. So that be the key. Like, they think just because you in the camera, you making all the money. Nah, that's not the truth. The niggas behind the camera, behind the scenes is making all the fucking
actually made more
bread.
money being a producer.
Man, look, my partner, Brian McKinney, he's Super Bowl champion, went to Miami University. He's Super Bowl champion for the Eagles. He told me how Tory Lane capitalized in the fucking pandemic with that shit we talking about right now.
Right.
Like, there's no way around that shit, bro. Like, you gotta go through it. And all these artists be, stagnant sometimes. I get it, But if you don't press, play on shit, you gonna stay on pause.
If that sound good, if that sound like one I'm like good quote.
Nah, it's logical as fuck, bro. Like a lot of people just feel like, oh man, I'm gonna put out this song, I'm gonna pay this artist for this feature, and I'm gonna blow up. That shit do not happen like that, my nigga. Get that shit out your head right now. If that's what you in it for, quit. I don't give a fuck how cool you is as a rapper. This shit not all about rapping. This shit 5% rapping. You heard me? And you gotta have that shit all the way together. The rest is business. Niggas don't want to hear none of that rap shit when them papers getting signed. Like, it's all understanding. You feel what I'm saying? And that shit just gonna get a lot of artists fall when they, learn their market and learn what they gotta do to get where they need to be, bro.
So tell us, actually, what's next for you? Do you plan on starting your own label, signing artists, having bigger features, dropping merch? But actually taking on the mind of art, worldwide?
Yeah, definitely. As far as like the music, bigger features, more collabs with other producers. I'm all about the collab shit. It really just gotta make sense. I'm not biased, but I'm biased to people who are biased, if that makes any sense. As far as like minor art, that shit is gonna take its own toll like it been doing. Like, ever since I created it, it's been a demand. So, when it's supply and demand. When people demand shit, you supply. That's why they don't have a lot of showcases right now because of minor art. Like, we shut that whole shit down. And I'm really proud to say that because I show artists that you don't have to, go out here and be hustling, just trying to hustle anybody's show. Do shit that makes sense. You feel me? Back to the music. Me on the artistry side, definitely gonna be dropping a lot of other music and content. I'm opening for Future tomorrow. I got the call last night. I ain't want to say too much about it, but yeah, I'm opening for Future tomorrow at the Smoothie King Center. I got the call, so we gonna see what's up with that.
They're gonna have about if they have like 50 people trying to go in there with you.
Look, it's all good. It's been time that I seen other niggas going there and I wasn't able to go. So it's all an understanding thing, dog. Especially with me, like, I understand. I've been patient for so long. I've been humble. I've really been out here working and helping what's going on as far as like our industry, because we need the structure. Everybody got to help. Not just the blogs, not just... Everybody got to play a part, bro, because we don't have a market.
We have to create the market.
We have to be the market. You feel what I'm saying? So, like, I really get and understand what's going on with our city and the culture and, you know, why we not what we need to be. It's not like we not there, because they use all our shit, bro. I done walked in sessions where niggas playing bounce. This is a rap artist.
We in New York,
like
Canada,
ESTG type nigga, and we go up in that bitch, he got bounce playing, and he in that bitch like, oh yeah. You feel me? Because our culture just so deep, and like, it go deeper than me just saying that, like, you know.
Speaking on our culture, you know, before you leave, I gotta get on this, like, you know, so, like, people don't realize that New Orleans is a hard ass market. So for artists to make it, you can make it anywhere you make it.
That's what I'm saying.
Because I just bring this up. Like, I saw Drake perform at the Louisiana Fest. People wasn't even rocking with Drake.
Wasn't.
Like, how you don't even rock with Drake, and Drake the top artist in the world? Like, and guess what? If they barely vibing with Lil Wayne, they know all Lil Wayne stuff. You know, I'm like, so it's like New Orleans probably got like a good 5 to 10 artists that they rocking right now that they'll go see. But everybody else might lose on their show.
No, facts.
So it's like, so I tell artists, like, you know, if you really an independent artist trying to get out here, try to travel to many cities and build people. But also, you know, before I finish this off, we have a cheat code in New Orleans that people don't use. Use your campaign to go on Bourbon Street every weekend. They got tourists. Just go buy the people some drinks. Build with new people
I
every weekend.
always thought about that type of shit because Bourbon, Frenchman, you find actors, singers.
But they got people in other cities don't have this luxury.
Exactly. And we don't use it.
Right.
But you know why we don't use it? Because Frenchman Street don't open up to artists, rap artists and shit like that, bro.
But you gotta go take like them artists on the corner.
Nah. True. But if you really want people to listen to you and listen to what you gotta say and not walk past your shit, you want to be involved with one of them places that's out there. Dragon's Den, Mason, you know, Blue Nile, all that shit on there. If they would open their shit towards more hip hop, like the city would start seeing a change because that street would turn into music street and not just jazz. Right. You know, and we, like you said,
I was kind of trying that. On that when I had my Taco Tuesday, but they sold it. I was getting on fresh.
Nah, look, I trust me. I done been around you several.
I try to get to the point.
We done promoted parties together and all that type of shit. So, like, I understand what's going on.
I gave up on trying to
our culture. We really got a tough culture, dog. If you could get up there on stage and just not get people to boo, you good because they listening. They might not be up there like. Cause like I had that effect. Like I walk on stage and hear me, yo, what's up? You know, nobody ain't saying nothing. They just looking like, what this nigga about to do? And then I get up there and I do my thing. I don't get booed when I get off stage. Niggas showing love. It just they looking. They trying to grasp the perception of what you doing, right. And that's just all the time.
See, the crazy part is I ain't even pay attention and realize like just like 30 minutes to like an hour drive. Man, Rouge, they rocking with everything.
Anything.
Big Bob,
look, that's what I'm saying. Look, you see how Tiger Land be lit and niggas can go throw whatever? If they do that shit on Frenchman, bro, we gonna have a market, bro. Like Peaches, remember Peaches and them all on? That's why the market was like that.
I think people in New Orleans, like, that's why I kind of salute Freshman Records. We gotta get people dancing and be turned.
Nah, look, I like them little niggas.
No, I'm saying, but artists down here, everybody rapping say that we gotta get rappers. We gotta get the city back on. Cause like our culture, me growing up, people used to dance and all kinds of.
Yeah.
If nobody dances, you can't really tell how lit a show is.
Exactly.
If everybody just mug it like.
And then there's certain shit, you know, people like to be familiar with shit that they dance to and do shit. Like the DJs, I ain't gonna put the whole blame on them, but it is kind of their fault, bro. Like. Right. Like you could break
the DJs trying to keep their job.
Yeah, but you could break a record, you feel what I'm saying, and not play that bitch all day long.
You could throw like 10 seconds, 50 seconds, but like the thing is every DJ
the best part.
Every DJ ain't really trying to even go through the song.
Exactly.
Like
they I ain't gonna say all of them, bro, but I fuck with most of the DJs and they play my shit. Even when it be old shit they be having and they play it. So I be seeing like what artists be saying.
I ain't lying. I ain't had no damn local artists.
No, look.
Like the main clubs, they ain't playing.
It be biased as fuck because they gotta see you to play your shit.
Yeah,
niggas not gonna just
buy them a drink and pay them.
Yeah, niggas not gonna play your shit, but that's the name of the game, bro. Like
the
like
only
you said,
person the only person probably play a local song is Trey Pound, and also nine times out of 10, it was one of his beats. Mm-hmm. But that's the only DJ I ever heard play.
It's not
like it's about going to all these different parties. Like I don't really hear I don't hear nothing that I don't hear on the radio.
Right.
Or like on that's something already big.
Because we so used to trying to please motherfuckers, bro.
Right.
Instead of like putting ourselves first. Like, man, I believe in this song. Fuck if a nigga don't like that bitch. You feel me? I'm about to put that bitch.
But it also starts with the people. Like, just I be reading it. I be looking at the internet. Like, even just the city and whole. Mm-hmm. Man, a lot of y'all need to stop rapping. They ain't giving people chances. So it's like, that shit could actually become very discouraging.
You gotta think, bro. A lot of niggas is in DMs with that shit, and that shit get aggravated when you open your DM. And you
but I send price lists. Look, but I ain't like if you send me that, you send me a DM 10 times in your price list, I'm just gonna block you. I'm tired of you.
Cause look, niggas down. That's why I'm saying niggas don't understand the concept of communication. Cause if they was smart, they'll be like, man, I don't really have the money to pay you, but how can I bargain with you to get my shit on your blog? It's all it is, bro. It's shit just like the back in the day, but people just don't have the pride to even break down and say, look, let's bargain. Right. Like, I got a fucking car service.
But the crazy part is
type shit.
And like, this is my blog, like, but I try to offer people more. So like, if you pay for like a feed post or something like this, I tell you, man, if we're going to get 200 comments but I'll write you an article. Or I'll put you on my weekly list. I try to give you a little bit more for your money because I know it's hard out here. Right. But I know a lot of people that don't do that.
And a lot of people not gonna say it, but a lot of like when you ahead in your market, like when you're ahead in your market, you can really share a game. A lot of people don't share a game.
Yeah, people ain't gonna do that.
They don't share a game because they feel like, oh well, I ain't gonna make no money. But not knowing people appreciate when you share a game with them, they gonna come back and try to get some more. That's why they say the shit not for free. You gotta pay for it.
I actually make more money from out of town artists than New Orleans artists. Like 9 out of 10 me posting New Orleans artists is like donation or charity. Or somebody paid for a story post and I just feel sorry for them.
Right.
But it's like people don't really like believe in it. So I'm like, how you want to get known and you ain't really investing in yourself?
Not true.
Like you have a job and really like you can still go to work and put out a video twice a month.
Oh, trust me, there's a lot of dudes that work like nigga Cafe Du Monde jobs and shit. You feel me?
But I know a lot of people who don't work and thinking it's about to just happen.
Think it's just easy. Yeah. But to each his own, dog. Everybody feel like they got a certain way to make it, but there's only one way to do it, bro. To stay consistent and have your shit together. Right. There's no other way. You could be a rap star without rapping. If your credit and everything right, nigga, you can go get a fucking house, a big ass mansion. You don't need to do all that.
But I told rappers that, even about the credit thing, like, you don't need a label. Just build your credit up, you get a bank loan and finance your own career. And build your credit while financing your career.
Man, niggas don't know, bro. It's literacy. It's financial literacy.
Even if you got bad credit today, listen to this interview. You could go pay somebody to restore your credit, build your credit up.
Man, put some money in a business account. And borrow from that shit. When I say some money, I mean some real money. Not no fucking $5,000, even though you can get a little something, but nah. If you won't really like invest in yourself, put like 20 to 30K in that bitch and go pull out a loan.
Yeah, I'm talking about realistically. Really probably got 20, 30K. But I'm talking about people for a few $100 growing bill.
Niggas got it, bro. Don't do them that PPP. Niggas got all.
But that PPP been gone.
No,
I know people do PPP in the strip club.
Not everybody.
Not everybody, but it's a big majority.
Not everybody.
People even move different in year league after that PPP.
That PPP really helped a lot of people, bro.
It did.
Ain't nothing wrong with getting a little help.
But it's 2023 now.
Right.
And guess what?
If you don't have nothing,
that
right, that inflation. If you don't have the mindset to take that bread you got and really invest to make more bread, or like I'm saying, like you could have took your $100,000 PPP loan, gave them people that shit and got $600,000 back, but motherfuckers don't know the game.
But guess what? That sounds good, but guess what? I know people got $300,000 in life insurance and was broke in 2 years. So it's like, if you don't know what to do with the money, you know
life insurance is a bank account too.
Yeah.
You can pull out all that shit. But the people don't know these things because they're not educating themselves.
Facts.
You feel what I'm saying?
But it's like the music business. They don't educate themselves. Just like my knowledge was like, you could go get like 3 blogs in different cities and build your name and build up. They don't know that either. They just think somebody's just gonna come one day in their DM. Hey bro, you ready to sign?
Yeah, shit don't happen.
That's what they think.
Trust me, I done been in rooms where I'm this close to signing. Nigga done got me in that bitch, got the money by the shit and everything. Nah bro, I can't do it because I know my worth. And on top of that, I can go get that same fucking 50K that you just tried to give me just now on my producer side and add credits and shit with that shit, so it's not gonna work. Especially it's trying to sign me as an artist. I have more to give as a producer artist versus artist producer. You feel what I'm saying? Like, you gotta make it make sense.
And also, but last but not least, tell everyone, what can they find you on social media and just everywhere?
All the music is on all platforms across whatever. La'RixkieGod _ is my new Instagram. That same name for Twitter. That same name for the music. If y'all want to find me on Apple Music, Spotify, Tidal, all that stuff, just use that name and space it out. La'RixkieGod. And if you need beats, you want collab, you want feature, I'm doing deals right now while I'm in the city. If you catch me while I'm outside the city, it's gonna be more. I'm telling you right now. But if you want some quality work done, and I don't work with almost everybody you can name that's a good producer down here. Flu Wop, KC, the list goes on. Black and Mild, a lot of motherfuckers I don't work with. So I'm ready. If you ready, I'm ready. You feel me? And I'm not biased towards what you're doing. So if you just starting out and you won't make a real song, or you need some direction, come fuck with me. You hear me? I'm that dude. Like.
Nolazine, make them scream. Nolazine. Make them SCREAM. Scream. Nolazine, make them scream. You heard me.